Hello.
Hello.
Hey, oh my God, how are you?
I'm super fine, thank you. How are you?
Oh, that's super amazing. Okay, so let's introduce ourselves. Hi, and welcome to the American English School podcast. This is your host, Miss Bella, and today we have one of our beautiful students, Benjamin. Woo!
Hi everyone. Hi Bella. I'm Benjamin. What can I say? I'm from Ecuador.
That's lovely. I love that. All right, so there was a time where you lived in Italy. What exactly happened, and why did you choose Italy? Does Ecuador have a program with them or something? Because this isn't the first time I'm hearing of this now.
Actually, Ecuador has a program for scholarship for good students. They accepted in good universities, in good programs. So I chose Italy because actually had three different options. The first one was Princeton in the United States. I couldn't get the admission. South Korea. I got the admission for that one. And the third one was Politecnico di Milano in Italy. At the end, I chose Politecnico di Milano because um, it was better ranked in the university for engineering. It was top 15 in the world for mechanical engineering. Also because I always loved the I always have loved the history and culture and everything like that. So I said, okay, this is the moment to get to know a little bit of Italy and the south of Europe. So I chose Italy. I went to Italy. That's why. Yeah.
Do you have any preconceived notions of what it would be like in Italy? Like, did you have a picture in your head of what it would taste like, smell like, feel like? And was it the same when you got there or not?
No, actually, I mean, all the things that I knew were only from movies, common knowledge about history or something like that, but nothing special. When I went to Italy, I didn't know anything about the language. I have never taken an Italian course here in Ecuador. So the university program was everything in English. So I took the TOEFL test to 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 get admitted in the university. But obviously in Italy, the English, I mean the common people, the population, they do not speak English. Maybe you can find obviously in the university professors and your classmates they speak English, but in the normal day in the city, you cannot find people that speak English, or maybe just too few. So yeah, so I needed to learn the language.
Was it difficult to make friends at first because you didn't speak Italian, or did you find other international students to befriend?
Yeah, actually, uh, I remember the first day that I arrived to Italy. I obviously I didn't know anyone, so I was trying to speak with people in English. They didn't reply to me. Obviously, they don't speak it. Then I found this lady. I asked to her in English for a direction. I was trying to get to the residence, to the hostel that I was supposed to be. The lady replied to me saying in Spanish, right? Saying, "Eres ecuatoriano? Are you Ecuadorian?" She said, "Why are you speaking to me in English? What are you doing?" I said, "Sorry, I knew in this country. There are a lot of immigrants in Milan, especially." I think it was easier for me to connect, for instance, with Indian or Chinese students. They were like in the same situation as me. So with Italians, especially from the north, they are more close. They have this personality a little bit more close. They are good people. They're really friendly, but you have to be more patient to be like included in a circle or to have a friend. I mean, for instance, here in South America, that's a really big difference.
Yeah, you can be friends right away here.
Yeah, if someone is from another country, is a foreigner in the university or whatever, there's going to be a lot of people saying, "Hey, where are you from? Come here, sit with us, whatever." So it's like it's different culture, right? It's just
And I
different.
wonder why that is, because I hear that about France too, that it's hard to make friends with the locals because they're like mean. They already have their friends, they don't want to talk to new people. And
Yeah,
that's strange.
but it's not only with people from another countries. It's also between among Italians.
Between themselves? Oh my God.
They have a circle, a closed circle, and they keep that circle for almost the whole, in the university, the whole career. But were a lot of groups trying to learn Italian, trying to learn Spanish, trying to learn French, German, whatever. So I met a lot of friends from there. No, it was easier than in the university. We have a lot of similarities with the Latin American culture. For instance, what can I say similarities? For instance, we are really attached to our families.
That's true, yeah.
They are always receiving like gifts from the grandma from the south. Also, they are always going on the weekends to be with their parents, or they live with their parents. To rent an apartment is really expensive. I was renting at this tiny studio. It's called Locale in Italian. It was really small, like 15 to 20 square feet. Obviously, that was enough for just one person. Also, that was expensive. So imagine how is to pay for a big apartment. Something I really missed about Europe. Really cheap and easy to travel. For instance, I took an airplane from Milan to Bucharest. I paid €5.
An airplane?
An airplane, €5.
For 5 years? What the hell?
Actually, it was $4.99 in Ryanair.
Bro, why is it so cheap? I don't understand. Meanwhile, we're paying thousands of dollars for flights. It's crazy.
Actually, I was a little bit worried because it was too cheap. It was like, okay,
yeah.
Are they doing the airplanes maintenance with this budget? I don't know. It's too cheap. Yeah, I don't know how those airlines work.
Was it like a small airplane?
No, it's actually a big airline that is really popular for this kind of low ticket fares.
Well, maybe they thought if they brought the price down, then more people would take flights more frequently, so they'd make more money.
Yeah, but obviously when I was in Italy, they had this big strike from the pilots in the same area because they were saying they were working a lot. I don't remember the exactly amount of hours, but they were working a lot of time. They were receiving 700 to 900 euros per month for a pilot. So yeah, it was cheap, but you won't receive a lot of money from working for them.
Yeah, that's not great. What was your favorite part about being there studying?
I learned a lot, specifically in the university program, because it's like in Latin America we see the basics. If I'm going to do about specific terms about physics, for instance, we see the basic laws and how do I need to compute this by hand, to use the computer to do this, to do that, etc. But in Italy, you see how do I apply this. So it was really good because I could visit really modern factories and industries that were making parts for Ferrari, for Lamborghini. So they have a new technology that obviously I don't see here in Ecuador. So that was the really good part in the university. The other part from the living there, I mean, in the common living, it was obviously the food. The food over there is amazing, super good. They eat pasta all the time, Italians, but also Italians eat a lot of salads, a lot of fruit. They love do exercising. They do a lot of exercising in summer, spring, and everything like that. The parks are full of people running and doing cycling. So
it's starting to make sense. But I think Americans butchered that because they eat the pasta and the pizza and they don't do the exercise and then they get fat. Exactly. But obviously the Italians know what they're doing.
Also, they eat pasta every day, but they don't eat a lot of pasta.
Yeah, I heard that. The portions are much smaller.
Yeah, here in Ecuador, we don't eat a lot of pasta, but we eat a lot of rice with everything.
Yeah, same.
The food was really good, but I had like a different, for instance, I have a different opinion with Italians. I always remember saying that to my friends, that if you go to a movie theater in Milan, it was supposed to be like the more international Italian city. First of all, it's almost impossible to find a movie in the original version, in English.
Well, of course, it would all be in Italian, right?
Everything in Italian. While only one movie theater near one university that it had one movie per day in the original version, and it was the last one. It was difficult to find that. Everything is translated to Italian.
Right.
That was a very different disappointment. Something curious in the movie theater. It's like they make like a pause in the middle of the movie.
What? Why?
I don't know. You are in the movie theater watching the movie and everything, and the movie is getting interesting parts of the movie. You are trying to understand what is happening, everything, and suddenly the movie cuts off. I thought it was like, oh no, what happened? Something's broken. I know that's common there. They stop in the middle of the movie so people can go to the bathroom, buy some snacks. It was like, what the hell?
On one hand, I think it's thoughtful to like do that so people can go to the bathroom, but on the other hand, it's like, what the hell? Like you're saying, like you want to see the movie. Yeah, I don't know. The other thing that I heard about Italy and some European countries is that they shut down at like lunch for like an hour or two, and then they reopen.
Well, that is true, but in the small towns, big cities, no, that's not really. Obviously, they need to work like everyone. Mm-hmm. And in small towns, yeah, actually, I was traveling like almost every weekend to a different town, different city, trying to see things. And when I was going to, for instance, a small town, I remember that the first time that I did this journey for a different town, I realized that on Sundays, even there is people like tourists walking in the town, almost all the restaurants are closed. So in the small towns, you can see this. You can see that people close during this nap time, also in the weekends. The big cities are not so common. Yeah. Also, a different thing that Italians like to do is to clap. They clap when an airplane takes.
Oh my God, I heard about that too. I'm like, why? Just to thank God that you landed safely? Like, aren't airplanes more safe than cars?
Also, when the movie, at the end of the movie, they also clap.
Oh, we sometimes do that too, depending on the movie.
Yeah, they like to clap. But I remember the first time I arrived to Italy, I was really tired because it was a long flight. I was really tired. That clapping moment wake me up.
I have a similar story, but it was New Year's because I arrived in Colombia on New Year's, and the flight was overnight, like a red eye, and then they all started clapping at midnight. You know, they're like, "Happy New Year's!" And I'm like, "No, I'm sleeping." No. That's brutal.
It's funny because at the beginning I had problem also with some Italian words that sound almost equally that the Spanish word, but it means totally different. For instance, in Italy, when they say bravo, it's not the same at all.
Oh no, it's like good job.
It's because the languages are so similar, but some
words are not.
The same meaning, and some other words sound like the same, but they have a.
Yep. Oh yeah, culture shocks. Was there anything specific that really like freaked the crap out of you? You're like, what is this? Am I okay? Am I gonna die? Is this an alien world? You know, like a dramatic moment. No?
Yeah, so dramatic, no. Here in Ecuador, maybe in South America in general, we take coffee as a social beverage. So you order a cup of Americano, and then you're chit-chatting or talking, whatever.
That is so not a thing in Colombia, by the way. I like struggle to find coffee shops. Like they just drink black coffee, like instant coffee. It's like not coffee culture. It was brutal. But I'm very happy now.
That was the same in Italy. You cannot ask an American coffee there. If you ask an American coffee, they're going to say, what?
Why not? Didn't they invent that shit?
That's dirty water.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
The coffee needs to be stronger, not that shit.
They always want espresso, right?
Yeah. it's not a social beverage. They only have the shot and they go. It's like they invented the cappuccino. They only drink cappuccino in the mornings. If you order cappuccino in the afternoons or in the night or whatever, they are going obviously to serve you, but they're going to say, yeah, this guy is obviously not from Italy.
But why? Like, why don't they drink it all day? What's their problem? What are they drinking at midday? Like freaking wine?
I don't know. Just in the morning. Also, the breakfast is like sweet, something. They only like sweet bread.
Cake or something, yeah.
Super different than in Ecuador. In Ecuador, maybe in South America, we can have
you have like real food. I hate that. I cannot stomach that. I like go American all the way with pancakes or cereal or something really sweet. When I could have muffins or cookies, I did that with milk. But guys, y'all are like real serious about your breakfast. You cook full out, and I'm just like, how can you stomach that at like 8 a.m?
In that part, I really understand when people from other countries can come here and they like even get sick, because it's too heavy.
I agree with that.
I remember now it was made me sick, like uncomfortable, but it was not so bad. I mean, for instance, in gyms, we see the movies or the series made in the United States about people go to the gyms or they're in high school, universities doing some work. They have these common dressing rooms. In Ecuador, we don't have it. We have dressing rooms.
Oh, that's nice. That's one thing I hate about Canada.
And everything. But in Italy, obviously, it's not like this. The boys all...
Yeah, and the girls all together. Yeah, we have that too.
But even so, you find like just one. For instance, if you go to a bar, they only have just one bathroom. Guys.
Yeah, true.
I mean, girls. Yeah. Girls and boys. I remember this time. I paid the subscription for this gym. It was a good gym. Okay, the first time I was taking my bag, I go to the dressing room because I'm so used to the dressing rooms here in Ecuador that are private.
A lucky soul. We had to learn that from school to be changing in front of other people. It's horrible.
And I get in the dressing room. It was like, wow. It was like taking a time machine to the old Roman times. Everyone was naked.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And then you have the showers there too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that. Oh, it's brutal.
Okay, so maybe the difference is that maybe here in Ecuador we are wrong. Everybody's doing the same. So even in Canada.
I mean, it's cheaper. I think that's why, because then you don't have to put in more walls and more doors and more hinges. You just have one huge room with dividers, sometimes hooks, and a bunch of shower heads in the middle, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's more cost effective. I think that's why. And there's more space. Definitely very uncomfortable, especially for those of the people that exist that, are like not straight. Because then if you got guys and guys together and they're all like looking at each other, and then the girls, it's just like not good.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. For me, it like feels like so old-fashioned way. I don't know. It's like you're supposed to be one gender or the other one.
Yeah, I don't like that either. It's true. So now I guess, at least in Canada, they're noticing that that's a problem, and now they're actually making bigger bathrooms, like handicap bathrooms that are both genders, like for anybody, so anybody can go in and out, and then they clean it well. And then you can also change in there if you don't want to change in the regular change rooms. They're fixing it, so that's good. What was the dating scene like in Italy? Like, did you go to clubs, or did you see people that were like together? Was it different than you're used to? How to like ask somebody out? Is that whole culture different?
I don't think it's so different. I mean, at the end, it's the same. I think in every country.
You would think. I got culture shocked. Like, correct. I came to Colombia thinking, oh, I can just be friends with any guy. Like, they'll treat me like a normal person, like one of the guys. Like, that's not a thing here.
Maybe I was thinking that it was not different because in Italy it's the same.
In Italy is the same, exactly. In Europe is the same culture. Yeah, North America is different.
In Italy, there is a stereotype, especially in Italy. They are like, what's the name? What is it in Italian? I don't know. I think it's from a book. A character that is a playboy with a lot of something like that. In Spanish, we say is Don Juan, but in Italian
Yeah.
has a different name. Well, anyways, when tourists go to Italy, even the tourists are expecting that, expecting to meet like an Italian guy, especially an Italian guy. So for women, it's almost it's the same. But yeah, also when tourists go to Italy, it was almost, I think, almost the same. That's why I'm saying it was almost the same as here. In America, if you are a foreigner, for instance, for you are, as a Canadian girl, and trying to make a friend when a guy, I don't know, maybe he's
Can't do that.
all around you.
He thinks like you want to sleep with him, and I'm just like, guys, what the fuck is your problem? We're all humans. But no, they think with their dicks, so that sucks. But on the other hand, I do have very good news. In Canada, making friends with girls is like impossible because they all hate each other. But here, the girls are all really nice, from what I see, and it's easy to make friends with them. It's not like, oh my god, I'm better than you. It's just like, hi. It's really friendly. So I'm happy that I have friends who are girls now.
What is happening in Italy is that the south cities, meaning the south, like Sardinia, Salento, Palermo, they are more traditional cities. So, for instance, gay couples, they travel to the north, to Milan, to Torino, because they are not well accepted in the south. You can find like gay couples like in public, that's quite not long, but they cannot do that in the south. So actually
and that's because of the Catholic culture and the tradition.
Exactly. So
yeah, that's rough.
The south. Yeah. Also, what else? Yeah, I mean, Milan is a big city with a lot of people with a lot of money. People like to dress really well. Very.
Yeah, did you see the fashion designer houses there and like the ateliers?
Not even just the fashion designers on the fashion show. I mean, the people in the street, they want to be really well dressed. Italians especially, they really like to dress well. So when you are walking through the street and you see like a guy with a shirt and some sneakers or something like that, he's not Italian. He's a tourist or something like that. It's so obvious because.
So nobody wears athleisure? Like people don't go out in leggings and a sweater?
Yeah, obviously they do, but they only
like to exercise specifically. Yeah.
It has to be like.
Well, shit. And what about culture for like arts and what is it called, orchestras and stuff like that? Do people go to those artistic kind of shows?
No, they love arts. Yeah, in Italy they love museums, they love music. They're having a lot of different concerts in different movie theaters. They are having like different kind of museum shows, or they have this. For instance, in Italy, they have like the one is called Panicoteca. A lot of different paintings from the different times of the Italian and European times, the culture. So obviously, if you go to Rome, it's the same. You can see a lot of paintings, sculptures, Michelangelo, Da Vinci. Yeah, almost all the rebirthed artistical or artists from that time were Italian, so they have paintings. They love the culture. Also, something that I really like is that especially in Milan. I don't know in the south it's the same, but in Milan, all the neighborhoods, even the small neighborhoods, have like a public library. So that was really good.
That's the thing we're missing here, because I don't see libraries being a thing. Like you just have to buy your book.
Now here in Ecuador, I don't know if the rest of Latin America the same, but here in Ecuador people want more soccer fields than libraries.
It's true. I saw that in Colombia too. And then when I went to a library, like they had really old, shitty, treated books and people don't care about it. And there's almost none in other languages. So I was like really heartbroken.
That's because actually I think people don't want it.
Probably.
I can imagine that if you go to a neighborhood, um, they start to build a library, people is going.
Nobody would go.
They want a soccer field instead.
Yeah, I think it's a cultural thing. Like we're used to going to libraries to study after school or to hang out with friends or to like gossip or anything really. It's like a hangout spot that we go to. It has computers if you don't have a computer, printers. But yeah, I guess that's not a thing here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it could be for the weather too because it doesn't snow as far as I know. So you can be outside all the time. Meanwhile, in other countries, it gets cold and you can't. So you have to go to the library.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, could be that.
But here in the coastal area is too hot, so maybe you can get a shelter from the with the air conditioning.
Good point. Yep, there's that too. Learning the language of Italian, how far did you get and what was the experience like?
At the beginning, I had some issues, like I was saying, with some words that has similarity to meaning to Spanish or pronunciation or something like that. But then I took actually there are a lot of immigrants in general in Europe, also in Italy. So they have like these programs in almost all the neighborhoods, especially in Milan, where there are people teaching Italian for free for immigrants.
What? Does the government pay them?
No, it's people that they do it for free. Sometimes they are volunteers from different like religions.
Oh, I see. It's like a volunteer thing.
They are like common people. They are not teachers, nothing like that. It's just people that work in the day and then I go to these sites, to these points, and they teach Italian.
Last words that you wanted to leave us with about Italy and you being a student in Milan and life and I don't know, advice.
What can I say as an advice? Just travel, know different cultures, get out of your comfortable zone. Here in Latin America, we are just so used to the same kind of people, and even with the same kind of people, we think we are different. For instance, just for putting an example, I think it's the same in all South America. We, in the last couple of years, or maybe the last decade, we were receiving like migrants from Venezuela. I heard people like, "Oh no, please, they don't come here. We don't have work." Blah, 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 a lot of hate. Like, come on, people, we are the same culture, the same religion, the same languages, even the same bad governments. We're the same. So I think when you travel, you realize that even when people speak different languages, have different languages, religions, and everything, at the back end, we are all the same. The best part about studying abroad is to realize that Ecuador or South America is not isolated from the rest of the world. So just come and open your mind.
That's really good advice. Yep. Maybe that's why we have at least Canada and America, most places, have a great standard for human rights and treating people equally because we have so many immigrants and it's normal. But here, it's not so normal. So maybe that's why they're more xenophobic or racist at times. And they don't even know they're doing it because they don't know the immigrant culture. And that's where I have a problem.
Yeah. Sometimes I speak about with friends or even family, like older generations. In Ecuador, we are not racist. No, we are not racist. We are super cool.
I beg to differ.
That problem is in North America or Europe. Here, the problem is even bigger because we don't even realize we're being racist.
There you go.
In other countries, at least they are trying to do something to change it. Here is so common. So we are really behind about these social issues.
Yeah, you guys are behind on a lot of things. But maybe if they look at more English media, learn more English, then they can realize what the rest of the world is doing and, get with the times.
Yeah.
Good chat. Good job. That was beautiful. Thanks for coming on to the podcast with me. I hope some people learned from this experience of yours. I definitely learned some things, so that was cool.
For having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.